business. We don't see that the financial industry is actually going to change their actions, but ultimately what they do is deals. And if you can still do a deal, they will do it.
Now, why aren't foreign companies leaving Hong Kong despite the changes made by the mainland government?
We haven't seen people leaving Hong Kong, and signs of an investor exodus are hard to find. Major global banks and financial institutions have maintained or grown their presence in the city. In many ways, it's a tale of two cities. Even before the pandemic started to bite, Hong Kong was in recession, which only deepened. There's the daily life of Hong Kong people, and some of the issues they face predated COVID, such as inequality issues between rich and poor. On the other hand, there's international finance, where Hong Kong continues to be an amazing place with record deal flows and incredible opportunities in the financial markets. Geopolitical tensions and less hospitable U.S. capital markets to Chinese firms leaves Hong Kong in a unique role as a key fundraising center for Chinese companies, at least for the time being.
In Hong Kong, there are only 2 Korean law firms. What was the reason for Bae Kim and Lee in establishing an office in Hong Kong?
We thought having a Hong Kong office is a decisive plus for us. These days, it's simpler than ever to handle work long distance, but in terms of competition and outreach, it's vital to be here in person. Hong Kong is an international financial hub that houses the regional head offices of our bank and fund clients, and their Korean investments and businesses are also managed from here. So we need to be here to advise on this inbound business. We also need to be here to advise our Korean bank and securities clients with their outbound investments. This has been the biggest change in my 25 years of practice, starting with the national pension system, which is one of the largest in the world. They manage so much money now that it can't be all invested in Korea and needs to go out and get invested globally. And this is where the Hong Kong offices of Korean banks and securities firms come in. And this is where we are advising our Korean bank and securities clients with their outbound investments. And the third reason is to advise our Chinese clients who manage their Korean investments from Hong Kong. We're excited about all the opportunities here and are excited to be here.
How are Korean law firms entering the global legal market?
I think Korean law firms are at a big crossroad now. It's going global or staying more domestic. Going global will mean that Korean law firms will need to advise something other than Korean law. It will mean advising U.S. law, English law, Hong Kong law, and having that platform. And it's really going with our clients out globally. So it's a big decision that I think all Korean law firms face as the Korean economy becomes more international in terms of its financial sector and how Korea does its investments and projects overseas. So it's the biggest challenge strategically facing Korean law firms right now. And how it plays out, I think, in the next 5-10 years will be critical in terms of how Korean law firms grow.
Now, finally, can you recommend any promising sectors to our viewers today?
We can't recommend stocks for compliance reasons, but I mean, what interests me is sustainable investments in companies that try to solve the world's biggest challenges, because those are the ones that will be best positioned to grow, whether it's in clean energy or regenerative agriculture.
Dong-eun Kim, partner and head of the Hong Kong office for Bae Kim and Lee, one of South Korea's premier law firms. Thank you so much for being with us today.
Thanks again for having me, Bruce.
Thank you. That does it for us this week. COVID is still with us, so please be safe and healthy until we meet next week.
네, 미국 경제 지표를 발표를 앞두고 우리 시장 오늘 상승하고 있고 환율도 하락하고 있습니다. 어느 정도 선 반영되지 않았을까라는 생각도 드는데요.